Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I'll be fighting a 2,000-point battle between my Dark Angels and Dan of Warhammer fame, Forces of Chaos. So the story that we're going to be playing here today is that Ahriman had gathered some two strong Thousand Sun Tzeentchian Daemon Princes along with him, and they had arrived on this planet, and they were trying to perform a summoning ritual to turn this into a demon world, to bring forth the Forces of Chaos to help take over this planet. And the Dark Angels happened to be in the sector, and it was discovered what they were doing, so they sent out a force to try to intercept him and keep him from performing what he was trying to do. So he called at whatever forces he could find around him, bringing forth some Nurgle demons and some Tzeentch demons, and also bringing forth some Slaanesh demons, and also bringing forth some Alpha Legion warriors that were here on the planet, or that were in the area, that came forth with some cultists and a fire raptor to come and help him fight back the forces of the Dark Angels in order for them to continue their important ritual to further the ways of the Dark Gods. So that's the story that we're going on here. We are going to be playing an ITC mission, the ITC Champions mission number 5, which is you have objectives here, 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 and here. The point is the same thing like all the ITC missions. If you control an objective on your turn, you score a point. If you kill a unit on your turn, you score a point. If you at the end of the turn, at the end of the game turn, so turn 1, turn 2, whoever holds more objectives gets a point, an additional point. Whoever killed more units gets an additional point. And their bonus point for this mission is if you have characters within scoring distance of 3 different objectives, you get a bonus point for that turn. So technically we could both get that bonus point if we have within, because it doesn't say they have to be scoring that objective. So even if it's being held by someone who has objective secured and you don't control it, as long as you're within scoring distance, you can get 3 of them, you can get that point. We also have secondary missions that you get to choose there. So we actually both chose the exact same secondary mission. So we're going to be doing Headhunter, we are going to be doing Recon, and we're going to be doing Old School. So Headhunter is kill characters, if up to 4 points, up to 4 characters gets you 4 points. Recon is having a unit in each of the table quarters. So if you, for each turn that you do that, you get a point for that, up to 4. And Old School, which is First Strike, which is kill something on the first turn. You have Slay the Warlord, you have Line Breaker, and you have Last Blood, which is basically you kill something on the last game turn, you get a point for that. So that's up to 4 points for each of those secondaries. So that's the mission that we're going to be playing. That's the story that we're going to be playing. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting out today.
So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a battalion detachment and an outrider detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have a lieutenant, we have a master with a jump pack, and we have a talon master. We have 3 5-man scout squads with bolters. We have a chapter ancient. We have a 10-man squad of Hellblasters with plasma incinerators and a 5-man squad of Hellblasters with plasma incinerators. We have a 5-man intercessor squad. We have 2 Razorbacks with twin assault cannons. Then for the outrider detachment, leading it off, we have an interrogator chaplain on a bike. We have a dark shroud with a heavy bolter. We have a land speeder with a heavy flamer and an assault cannon. And last but not least, we have a 5-man Ravenwing Black Knight squad. And for the Forces of Chaos, he'll be running a battalion detachment, a Supreme Command detachment, and a patrol detachment. Leading off the Supreme Command detachment, we have a Demon Prince of Tzeentch with wings and malefic talons. We have a second Demon Prince of Tzeentch with wings and malefic talons. And we have Ahriman. And for the battalion detachment of demons, we have a Herald of Slaanesh and a Change Caster. We have 2 squads of 3 Nurgling bases each. We have a 30-man squad of Pink Horrors with a Demonic Icon. And then for the patrol detachment, we have a Demon Prince of Slaanesh with wings and malefic talons. We have a 40-man cultist squad. We have 2 squads of 3 obliterators each. And last but not least, we have a fire raptor with twin Avenger bolt cannon, 2 quad heavy bolters,
and Hellstrike missiles. All right, so going over deployment now for the Dark Angels, I've got a squad of scouts up here looking on this objective and kind of taking up general space over here. I've got a Razorback on this side. I've got the 5-man squad of Hellblasters here. I've got my Land Speeder. I've got another squad of cultists back here. I've got the 5-man Intercessor squad sitting on that objective here. I've got a squad of scouts back in this corner here. I've got another Razorback on this side. I've got my Black Knights here with my Interrogator Chaplain behind them, with my Talon Master right behind them. I've got the 10-man Hellblaster squad inside there. I've got the Ancient right next to them. I've got the Darkshroud here covering this whole little section over here, which is pretty good. And in the back over here, I don't know if you can see him, I've got my my Lieutenant is back in there. And then my Master with the Jump Pack is actually in Deep Strike Reserve. So that's the deployment for the Dark Angels. Going over deployment now for the Forces of Chaos. He's got a Nurglean squad here. He's got a Nurglean squad there. He's got Demon Prince of Tzeentch, right? The Tzeentch Demon Prince over there. We've got the Change Master? Change Caster. I was close. Change Caster right there. We've got Ahriman. We've got the Slaanesh Demon Prince here. We've got the other Tzeentch Demon Prince over here. We've got the Herald of Slaanesh back over on the objective over here, and we've got the Fire Raptor up in the sky over here. In reserves, he's got his 2 Obliterator squads are in Deep Strike Reserve. He's got the Cultists are actually, he spent the command point to give them Infiltrate, so he'll be placing them after he sees if I seize the initiative. And then he's got the 30 squad of Pink Horrors. He spent 2 command points to put them in basically Deep Strike Reserve. So, that is the deployment. As of right now, Forces of Chaos are going to go first, unless I can seize the initiative. Looking for a 6. Show me that fill face. Yeah, with the fill phase. Woo! All right, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, movement phase on turn 1 here for the Dark Angels. These scouts stood still. This Razorback moved up over this way, looking on them. These Hellblasters moved up here. My Darkshroud moved up. My Ravenwing Black Knights here, they advanced up over this way, so they went turbo boosted up there. But I spent 1 command point on Speed of the Raven, which will allow them to shoot and charge normally. So we did that one. We both rolled because he has a relic on his Warlord over here. What's the name of it? Do you know? Whatever it is. We'll figure this one out. It's a cool relic, and basically what it does is it allows him on when I spend a stratagem, he can roll a dice to get a CP. I also rolled it because of my Warlord trait on my Interrogator Chaplain is Strategic Brilliance. It's called the Helm of the Third Eye. So that little helmet there is his Helm of the Third Eye. It kind of works. There's like a third eye on top there. That works. I like that. So he's got that. So he can roll. Basically, it's every time I spend a stratagem, we're both going to roll a dice to see if we get back a CP for that. So pretty cool. So yeah, so they are going to be able to shoot and charge. My Interrogator Chaplain just advanced up there with them. So he's just up there. My Land Speeder here just moved up. He also just moved up. Oh, no, he advanced. He advanced up over this way. He also moved up. My Talon Master just moved up. And everyone else back here just stood still, and as did my Razorback. And then inside over here, the 10-man Hellblaster squad moved up against the wall over there because we're playing with the ITC rules where the first floor blocks line of sight. So they're inside of the building there, trying not to get shot off the board turn 1. So that is the movement phase for the Dark Angels. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off on the shooting phase, we're going to start with my Land Speeder here. He's going to fire his Heavy Flamer and his Assault Cannon into the cultists here. So Heavy Flamer, D6 hits. I'm gonna spend a CP on that. So this is the roll to see if I get that CP back. I do, so I didn't spend it. Do you want to see if you get your CP? He does, so he gets one, and I kept mine. Then the number of hits that I'm going to get with it into a fill phase, so I will take that 6. So these are strength 5, toughness 3, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting 5 wounds, AP -1, so they are just dead, so 5 dead. All right, so now the assault cannon firing in there, hitting on 4s because he moved. Not getting to re-roll re-rolling 1s because of the master being where he is, because the master dropped down there. I don't know if I mentioned that. So hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s, no 1s were rolled, so just got the 2 hits. Looking for 2s to wound on this one. getting 2 wounds, AP -1, so that's just 2 more dead. So now my Razorback's going to fire into the cultist over here. 12 shots, hitting on 5s because he moved, hitting on 4s. They're more than 12 inches away, and Alpha Legion, so it's going to be hitting on 5s. All right. Is he within range of that one? Hold on, we're going to see if he is within range. All right, so he is within range of the Master, so re-rolling that 1 into another 1, of course. So 3 hits, wounding on 2s. That is 3 wounds at AP -1, so that is another 3 dead. So now that Razorback there is going to fire into the cultist. So we've got 12 shots, hitting on 3s because he's within 12 inches and didn't move. All right, not re-rolling anything because Grim Resolve only works on infantry, bikes, and dreadnoughts. Wounding on 2s. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dead cultists. All right, now this scout squad's going to fire into the cultists. We got 10 shots from their bolters, hitting on 3s. All right, re-rolling 1s because of Grim Resolve since they didn't move. Whoa, get back here. This actually was a cocked. All right. Okay, not meant to be. Excellent. These are now going to be wounding on 3s. All right. Are they within range? Hold on a second. All right, they're just out, so I don't get to reroll that 1. So we've got 4 wounds, 6 up saves. We're making 1 of them, so 3 of them are dead. All right, so this 5-man squad of Hellblasters is going to supercharge into his Nurglings over here. I'm also going to spend the command point on Weapons of the Dark Age, so we'll see if I get that command point back first. I do not. Does he get 1? He does not. So I'm down to 5 command points. So they are going to fire over there. They are in rapid fire range, so we are going to be doing 2 shots each here. So the first one is going to be hitting on 3s. Not getting to reroll 2s, but getting to reroll 1s because the Master's there. So that's the first one. Hit and a miss. 2 hits. 2 more hits. Miss and a hit. Hit and a 1. Getting to reroll 1 because they're in range of the Master. Into another 1. So he will be dead. Does he get to fire because they are in range of the Ancient over there? They do not. So we're going to have this many hits and 1 guy is going to be dead. Wounding on 2s. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, whatchamacallit, 7 5-ups because they have 5-up invul save.
All right, let's do it right here.
What? Who even does that? So 2, which means it only kills 1 freaking base. So he killed as many bases as I killed Hellblasters. Good times. Good, really, really great, super great times. Now my Talon Master is going to fire everything into the cultists. So we're going to go with the heavy bolters first. We got 6 shots with the heavy bolters hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of the Master. Alrighty. So getting 3 hits. Wounding on strength 5, so wounding on 3s. That is 3 dead cultists. And then the twin assault cannon firing into them, hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s. Nope, just a bunch of 2s and 3s. Cool. All right, so wounding on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. Whoop. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead cultists. All right, so now my Black Knights are going to fire into the cultists. We've got 10 shots coming between them. I'm not going to supercharge, so I'm just going to roll them all together. They're going to be hitting on 3s because I spent the command point. Raven, Speed of the Raven doesn't take any negatives for their advancing to shoot. So these are going to be 10 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Master there. Okay, so we got 2 misses here. These are now going to be wounding on 2s. All right, rerolling 1s because of the Talon Master. So that is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8 dead cultists. And now my Master is going to fire his bolt pistols into those cultists there. So 2 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. Back into another 1. Wounding on a 3. And that's a wound. 6-up save.
6.
No, so that is another dead cultist. And now my intercessors are going to fire into his Nurglings over here. So we got 5 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because they didn't move, but they rolled 2s instead. Wounding on strength 4, toughness 3, right?
Toughness 2.
Oh, toughness 2, so wounding on 2s. That is 2 wounds at AP -1. They don't care about that. 5-up invul saves. No, 5 up, feel no pain, or disgustingly resilience. And he makes one of them, so it takes 1 wound. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase. My Black Knights are going to assault into his cultist here and his Demon Prince Warlord over here. So we're going to go 2 shots from the cultist over there. Hitting on 6s. No hits there. So their charge distance is 8 inches. They are in. All right, now my Master is going to charge into the cultist over here. So he needs a 9-inch charge because he just deep struck in. Not getting it. I am really kind of want that to go off. I'm going to spend a command point to reroll that. So looking for a fill face on this one. No, don't get it. But do I get the command point back? I do. Does he get one? He does. All right, so now my Talon Master is going to charge into the Nurglings, the Cultists, and the Demon Prince over here. So he's going to need a 6-inch charge to get into the Cultist there, like anything to get into there. And he needs like an 11-inch charge to get around over to them. So here we go. That is cocked over here. A 10-inch charge, so he won't get in there, but he will get over there, I think. Yeah, we're going to go with that. And now my Land Speeder here is going to charge into the Cultist over here. So looking for an 8-inch charge and getting it. All right, so starting off here, my Black Knights are going to attack into his Demon Prince. So we've got 2 attacks each, except for the Knight Master, who has 3 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling everything because of the Interrogator Chaplain over there. All right. These are going to be strength +1. So strength 5, but he's toughness 6, so still wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s to wound because of the Talon Master. All right, so these are these 6s actually are all going to be D3 wounds because of the using them. So he's got a 3-up invul save now he gets to make. So looking for 4 3-ups. Making 1 going through, so D3 wounds, 3 wounds. All right, so now my Land Speeder is going to attack into his cultist there. So I got 2 attacks hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of the Interrogator Chaplain. Into a 1, of course. Wounding on a 3. That is a wound. 6-up save.
I'm gonna make it.
Oh, no, he doesn't. So he is dead. So now my Talon Master is going to attack into his Demon Prince over here. He's got the Heavenfall Blade. So he's got 5 attacks because it's strength +1. These are going to be hitting on 2s. Oh, what? That hurts. I'm going to spend a command point on one of those. That's a hit. And do I get it back? I do, with a fill face. But he doesn't get one, which is nice. So 3 hits. These are strength 6 now because it's strength +2 because of the Heavenfall Blade. Wounding on 4s. Not getting to reroll at 1, so that's 2 wounds at AP -3. So 3-up invul saves. Makes them both. All right, so now his Demon Prince gets to attack back. He's going to put all of his attacks into my Talon Master over here. So these are going to be hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s.
6s generate more attacks.
6s generate more attacks. Is that because you hate the Emperor, right?
Yes, correct.
All right, so reroll that 1. Okay, and the 6s generate 2 more attacks?
Correct.
Or 1 attack each. There's 2 of them there. All right.
And
does that get to reroll the 1 again on that one?
Yes.
Okay, cool, because it was a first attack. That's right. So, all right, cool. Yeah, hitting on. Oh, that's right, hitting
9.
on 2s.
So 9.
Hitting on 2s. I forgot about that. Okay, so 9 hits. These are strength 7, so wounding on 3s.
Gross.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, so 2 wounds at AP -2, right?
Yeah.
So that's 5-up saves. Come on, Phil. Show me 2 Phil faces. That would be great. No, not getting any of them. So that's 2 damage each. So he takes 4 damage. And that is the end of the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 1. So I did kill a unit. I also control an objective, which means that I get both points for that. Then I also got a point for Old School, and I've got a point for Recon. Because Old School I got first strike, obviously, and when I killed that cultist squad. And I've got Recon because I've got these guys are in this quarter, the Black Knights are in that quarter, And obviously, I've got things in these quarters. So I got a point for recon. I got a point for old school. And that is it for those. And I got the 2 points for the objectives. I do not have 3 objectives with characters within scoring points, so I don't get the bonus. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Forces of Chaos here on turn 1. Oh man, it's too early for me to be like this. All right, movement phase here for the Forces of Chaos on turn 1. I mean, it doesn't make a difference when I show you here. The pink horrors here dropped in from Deep Strike. They are within, just outside of 9 inches of everybody over here. His Changemaster moved up over this way, so he's within 6 inches of the pink horrors over here. These, obliterators dropped in over here. These obliterators dropped in over here. His flyer majiggy thing, Fire Raptor, flew up over this way. This Demon Prince fell out of combat from over here because he's a coward. And then this Demon Prince flew up here because he's gonna rip some things to pieces. The Nurglings moved up over this way. These Nurglings stood still where they were, right?
Yeah,
they just hung out where they were. That Demon Prince moved up over there. Ahriman advanced up that way. Everyone else moved. Ahriman advanced, and that is where everything is. And everything is on the table. So whatever you see on here now is what we're gonna have. That's all we got. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase here on turn 1. All right, we're going to start off the psychic phase with this Demon Prince doing delightful agonies onto himself, giving him a +1 to your
5 up feeling of pain.
5 up feeling of pain. So
on a 6.
No, does not go off. So now this Demon Prince over here, one of the Tzeentchian demons from the Thousand Suns Supreme Command Detachment, is going to be using one of the psychic powers from the Discipline of Tzeentch, which is going to be the Gaze of Fate, which is a Warp Charge 6 and will give him a free reroll later that turn. So, looking for a 6. Get in it with a 6, so he will have a free reroll. And now he's going to cast Weaver of Fates onto himself, giving him a 3-up invul save.
Let's see it.
Get in it with an 8. All right, so now his Warlord Demon Prince here, also one of the Thousand Suns Tzeentch ones, is going to cast Prescience onto his Fire Raptor. The reason he could cast 2 and the reason he's going to cast 2 is that they are Thousand Suns Demon Princes from the new book, and their buff is that they get to cast 2 powers instead of 1, which is pretty awesome. So he is going to cast Prescience onto the Fire Raptor, looking for what?
7.
Looking for a 7. Getting it with an 8. And now he's going to cast Warp Time onto his Fire Raptor there. So
on a 6.
On a 6. No, does not go off with a 5.
Free reroll.
Oh snap, he's going to use that free roll that he rolled before and gets it exactly with a 6. That was killer. Well done. Oh. And he moved right over to here. Oh look, there's no wall on this side. Womp womp. And now Ahriman is going to cast Death Hex onto my bikers over here, which would take away their invul save. So he needs an 8 for this to go off.
He does have a +1.
He has a +1 because he's a jerk face. I mean, because he's Ahriman. No, does not get it with that. Are you going to spend a command point?
I am.
All right, he's going to re-roll that 5, right? Oh no. No! Back into a 1. Killer. And now Ahriman is going to Doombolt into my, what's his face? The Talon Master. Into my Talon Master over here. He's got a natural +1 for being Ahriman, and he also is going to spend the 1 CP for Kabbalistic Focus, which will give him +2 to this roll into him. So it's going to be a +3, but looking for a 9 on this. So he needs to get 6 on the roll. So looking for a 6, turns into a 9. No, does not go off. And now he's just going to go normal smite into my Razorback over there, looking for a 5, or a 4 actually. Oh, these guys here are going to first smite into my Talon Master over here on a 1d6. No, does not get it. All right, so now he's going to smite into the Razorback over here. So he's got -1 to the roll because of the beta rules, because we're doing basically just LVO game here. And then they're going to be a +1 though, because he is still Ahriman as far as I know. So here we go, looking for a 5. Getting it with a 9. Oh, that's right, D3 wounds. Getting 2 wounds. And now the Herald of Slanesh is going to put Symphony of Pain onto my Black Knights over here. So looking for a 6. No, not getting it. That's perils there. So D3 mortal wounds into 3 mortal wounds. Whoa, brutal. And now the change caster, yeah, I got it right, haha, is going to cast Flickering Flame onto the pink horrors, right? Yes. Yes, onto the pink horrors here. So looking for a 5 for this to go off. That is, goes off. Sorry, it's +1 to wound roll, not strength, my bad. All right, we're gonna start off the shooting phase by activating these obliterators. So, the way we were looking at this, and this was just pointed out by my opponent, which is pretty cool, is that their power states that when they're chosen to shoot in the shooting phase, you roll to see what their strength, their AP, and how much damage is gonna do when they do that, so they see what their weapons do. But it just says when they're chosen to shoot. When you look in the shooting phase, choosing a unit to shoot happens before you choose your target. So he's going to roll to see what happens and then choose his target, which, I mean, that makes complete sense to me. I think that's exactly how it's supposed to do, or at least that's the way it is worded. Whether that was the intended, that's the way it is. That's the way it should be. If you want to do it, you can do it that way. So he is going to roll now to see what happens. So we've got his strength is 6 plus 3, so it's going to be strength 9. Brutal. AP 1. And then damage 3. Okay, so 3 damage with AP 1, but strength 9. So we'll come back to you with their target. All right, so the obliterators are going to fire into my Black Knights over here. So they are going to be hitting on 3s, right? Because they're assault weapons.
Outside of range.
Outside of range, so he doesn't get a reroll. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so we got 6 hits. These are strength 9, so they're going to be wounding on 3s because they're toughness 5.
Oh, they're tough 5.
Yeah.
Got it.
They biters.
Gotcha.
5 wounds because that skull is a 1. So that's going to be 5 wounds. AP -1, so it's going to be 4 up. They also have a 4 up invul save because they advance over there. So we have 4 up. So don't drop the dice. Wish I could have kept that one. Here we go. Looking for 4 ups. And I make all but 1. So 1 is dead. Good. There was 5. I'm an idiot. So here we go. Here comes the other one. And that's what I get for it. And now the other obliterators are going to go. So they're going to be strength 6 plus 1. So strength 7. AP 3. And going to 3 damage. We'll come back to you with their target. All right, so they are going to target my Black Knights again. So they are going to be... He also spent a CP for Veterans of the Long War, which that lets you wound a +1 to wound, right?
Yes.
So theirs are going to be wounding on 2s. So still hitting on 3s.
Rerolling 1.
Rerolling once because they are within 6 inches of him.
Yes.
All right, got a couple 1s there. Oh, wow. Okay, it's a lot of hits there. Okay. And now these are going to be wounding on 3s because it's strength 7.
+1 from veterans.
+1, so wounding on 2s. My bad, I forgot about that. I literally just said that. All right, so getting 2 misses there. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8 wounds. 5. I'm going to get it right this time and not just roll 4 of them. So we've got 8 4-up saves. If I fail 3 of them, they are dead. So here we go. 8 4-up saves. Come on. You can do it, boys. No, you can't. You're dead. You're totally all dead. Blah, blah, blah.
It's 27.
All right, so now his pink horrors are going to fire into my scouts and into my the Talon Master over here. So we're going to go... He has 9 guys that are going to shoot into here, 21 guys that are going to shoot into my Talon Master. So we're going to go with the 9 into these guys over here. So hitting on 4s.
27 shots.
27 shots because they got 3 shots each because there's 20 or more of them. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so we got 12 hits. These are now strength plus. You got strength +1 because of the because they're within 6 inches of the dude bro over there. So that makes them strength 4. But he gets +1. Oh no, did that power? Did it go off? He did pass that power. So they're gonna have +1 to wound. So they're gonna be usually wounding on 4s, but now wounding on 3s because of the power that lets them wound on a +1. All right, so that is all but 2 wounds there. So that's going to be what, 10 wounds there? We'll come back to those saves. All right, I'm gonna do 4 at a time because then the last guy will have a 3-up. So we got 4 4-ups. That one's was cocked over there, but he makes it there. So 1 is dead. Then we've got another 3. That one's cocked. Okay, make another 1, but that's another 2 that are dead. 4 up. 4 up. 4 up, so I only lose 3. All right, so then 19 guys can actually take, because there's a couple guys that don't have line of sight because of that piece of terrain there that we figured out. So we're gonna have 19 guys gonna shoot, so we're gonna do 19 attacks 3 different times because they've got 3 shots each. So the first 19 here, hitting on 4s. We'll come back to you with that. So far. All right, so we got 9 hits. These are going to be wounding on 4s as well. So we're going to have 9 wounding on 4s because it would be 5s, but it gets to they got +1 to wound into it. So that one's cocky up.
Okay.
All right. So looking for 4s. That's pretty good. So we got 3, 6, 7, 3, 6, 7 3-ups. And he fails one of them, so he's still alive. And here comes the second volley of 19 on 4s. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so we got 12 hits. These are also going to be wounding on 4s. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so it's 6 wounds, looking for 6 3-ups. If he fails any of them, he's dead. Failed 3 of them, so he is triple dead. All right. He can explode. But he won't. Thank you, 1. That's the first time I think I've ever thanked for a 1. All right, so now his Fire Raptor is going to fire 1 quad bolter into this scout squad, 1 quad bolter into that scout squad. He's going to fire the missiles into the Razorback, and then he's going to fire the Avenger bolt cannon into the twin Avenger bolt cannon into my Hellblaster squad in there. So which one are we going to start with first?
Let's do the missiles. Get those out.
All right, we're going to do the missiles into here over here.
So hitting on 2s?
Hitting on 2s because he's got prescience and he's also got the angry machine spirit. So hitting on 2s. Getting 2 hits. Strength.
Strength is 8.
Strength 8. So looking for 3s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. AP.
3 damage straight.
AP -3. So looking for 6 up. Showing them fill faces. Not getting any fill faces. So it's 6 damage into him. Pretty brutal. And now the quad bolter into this scout squad over here. We got 12 shots hitting on 2s. All right, it's 2 misses. Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. All right, so that is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. We got 7 AP -1 +1 because they're in cover, so 7 4-ups. And I failed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exactly enough to kill the whole unit. And now the other quad bolter is going to fire into this unit. So you can't see these 3 guys, but you can see them, and wounds can go over. So here we go. Hitting on 2s, missing 2 again, so 10 hits. Wounding on 3s. All right. So that is going to be 8 wounds there. That was pretty good.
That is very good.
8 4-ups. Failing 1, 2, 3, so the unit is still alive. And now the twin Avenger Gatling bolt cannon is going to fire into my Hellblasters. They are -1 to hit because of the Dark Shroud over here, so they're going to be hitting on 3s because he's got prescience. Whoa. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so we got 7 hits. These are strength 6, so wounding on 3s.
Again.
All over the place. So -1, so that's going to be 6.
At -2.
6 at -2, +1 because they are in cover. So these are going to be 4-ups. I'm going to roll over here just because I've been rolling all around. So these are going to, they're going everywhere over there because it's a little bit angled. So 4-ups. Failing 1. So it's 2 wounds though, right? So it's going to kill a guy. Let's now see if he gets to fire back because of the Ancient. He does not. Nope, I'm just going to hold off on that one. So he'll just be dead. Womp womp. All right, so now the Obliterators here are going to fire again with, because he's spending 2 CP for Endless Cacophony, right? Isn't that what it is? So it's a Selenishi unit can shoot again. So one of the Obliterators is going to shoot into my Razorback. 2 of them are going to fire into my my Dark Shroud here. We're not re-rolling these because we looked it up and it says, it gives the example and it says that you have it for the shooting phase or Overwatch attack. So if you have multiple Overwatches that you shoot, you have to keep rolling, but it says for the shooting phase in there. So we're just going to go with those ones. So he is going to shoot the first one into there. So we got 4 guys hitting on 3s. Okay, so 2 hits. Strength 7, right?
Yes.
So wounding on 4s.
Then veterans.
Oh, Veterans of the Long War, so it becomes 3s. That is 2 wounds.
AP3.
AP minus 3, so looking for 6 up. Show me that fill face. Double fill face. Whoa, whoa. Just the one. So he is going to be dead. Does he explode? He does. So we'll come back to you with that.
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be D3 mortal wounds onto his onto his flyer over here. Just doing the 1 mortal wound. And now the other 2 are going to fire into my Dark Shroud. They're -1 to hit because of the Dark Shroud being the cool bro that he is. So these are going to be hitting on 4s. All right, he does reroll 1, so we got 3 rerolls there. Okay, so that is an additional 2 hits, which is pretty nice. So 5 hits total. These are going to be strength 7, toughness, 1 second. All right, so these are going to be wounding on strength 7, so wounding on 3s, +1 because of veterans of the Long War, so wounding on 2s. All right, so that is going to be 2 wounds at AP minus 3, but he did advance, so he's got a 4-up invul save. Show me those 4-ups. Getting 1, so he takes 3 damage. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Onto the assault phase. His Nurglings are going to charge into my Interrogator Chaplain. So he is going to shoost them with Overwatch here. 4 shots with his twin bolters, hitting on 6s. Rerolling 1s because of the Master there. That is 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. That is 1 wound. Rerolling 1. Oh, no, that guy is dead. So just the 1 wound. 5 up. Nope, 5 up again. No, so they take 1 wound, and their charge distance is totally in. And now his Demon Prince here is going to charge both my Interrogator Chaplain and my Landspeeder. So we're going to start with my Landspeeder Overwatching. He's got the Heavy Flamer. D6 auto hits. 6 auto hits. I will take that any day of the week. So, Strength 5, Toughness 6, so looking for 5s to wound. Ooh, really good with those fill faces. Not getting to reroll 1s because he killed my Talon Master like a big old jerk. So, so we got 4 AP minus 1, so 4 5-ups? 4 4-ups because of them being Zinchian. Well, oh no, that's the Slaneshi.
3-up armor.
3-up armor. Oh, 3-up armor. Blah. So 4-ups. Makes 3 of them, so he takes 1 wound. And now the Assault Cannon. Not getting anything and not getting to reroll anything either, which is a total bummer. His charge distance is totally in. All right, so we're going to start off the fight phase with his Demon Prince attacking 5 attacks into my Interrogator Chaplain and 2 attacks into my Landspeeder over here. So we're going to go with the attacks into the Interrogator Chaplain first. So 5 attacks hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s because of himself. All right, so we got 4 hits. These are going to be strength 7, so wounding on 3s. Inception. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds.
Did I have any 6s to hit there?
No, there was no 6s. Whoa, I was looking for those. So, yeah, so these are AP whatevers. He's going to be on his 4-up invul save from the Rosarius. Has he been praying to the Emperor? Let's find out. He has. He's only failed 1 of them, so I will take that. Actually, I'm going to spend a command point to keep him even more alive. So spending that command point. Yeah, into that 4, and then does he get the command point back? No, I don't. Okay, but I'll still take that. But does he get a command point? No, he does not. And then 2 attacks into my Landspeeder over here. That is 1 hit, rerolling the 1. That's 2 hits there.
And the 6.
And the 6 gets him another attack into another hit. So that is 3 hits on 2 attacks. So these are now going to be strength, what is it again? 7, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting 3 wounds. AP minus 2, so that's going to be 5-up saves. And I make 1 of them, so that's 2 damage each? 2 damage each, so he's down to 2 wounds. All right, so now the Nurglings are going to attack into my Interrogator Chaplain there. So they're going to have 8 attacks hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s because they're within range. Oh, no, he's Nurgle. He doesn't care about, they don't care about him.
And I'll check
So,
to see if I have Death to Fall.
oh, we're going to hold on a second. All right, so we got 3 hits over here.
Wounding on 6s.
Wounding on 6s. Woo, getting 2 wounds. AP nothing, so looking for 3-up armor saves. Yeah. He can take a Demon Prince punch to the face, but he's got no time for dealing with Nurglings who just go up and just start poking at him with their fingers. Oh man, that is whatever it is. And now my master standing down there because he couldn't stand up there like some kind of jerk is going to attack into the Nurglings over there. So he's got 5 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 2s. Rerolling, oh, thankfully, because of the Interrogator Chaplain there. All right, so that is 5 hits. Strength 2, or Strength 4, Toughness 2, so looking for 2s to wound. All right, so that, nope, he gets to reroll 1s for hit for him. So that's going to be 4 wounds there, 4 5-ups. Making 3 of them, and then 5 up again. Oh, man, at least they took a wound. All right, so now my Interrogator Chaplain's going to punch into his Demon Prince there with his Crozius. These are going to be hitting on 2s. Rerolling because of himself. There we go, 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. Getting no wounds. And 2 attacks from him into him. That's 2 hits. That is 1 wound. That is a save, though. All right, so leadership tests at the end of the turn here. These scouts over here lost 3 guys. Plus 5 is 8. They've got their sergeant left, so they are good to go. These guys over here lost 3 guys. Plus 2, and they are good to go. So that is the end of the turn. At the end of the turn, my opponent killed these guys. They already did those, yeah. So at the end of the turn now, whatchamacallit? Oh, my opponent did kill a unit. He killed a couple of units. He also holds an objective. So he does hold an objective. Then we have the. So he got objective. He killed that. He killed a unit, so he gets those 2 points. He also got got 1 headhunter kill over here, so he gets 1 point for that. He does get first strike for his old school. He does have recon because of these guys being here, these guys here, those guys there, and those Nurglings just over the table edge over there. And that is going to be the points for that. So at the end of the turn, end of turn 1 here, my opponent did kill more units than I did. He also holds 1, 2. This one's contest. Are they within 3? Oh, 1 second, find out. All right, so he does hold 1, 2, 3. It turns out I only hold the 1 since I took off the guy over here. So that is going to be he holds more, killed more. So he gets 2 points for that. So at the end of turn 1, my opponent has 7 points to my 4 points. So we will come back to you. After whatchamacallit. And you have and he also gets the bonus. I forgot about that. He has got the bonus because he's got 3 characters within scoring distance of objectives there. So he actually has 8 points to my 4 points. So pretty good start there. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. My scout stood still, so did my Razorback. My Interrogator Chaplain fell back over here. These Hellblasters stood still where they are. My flyer, my land speeder moved up over there, or fell back over there. Fell back forward. These guys stood where they were. Intercessors stood where they were. Hellblasters moved up over here, as did all of the other characters in there. And my Dark Shroud advanced over to here, even though he didn't have to advance. I just wanted to advance him because he gets that 4-up Innswell save. So that is going to be it for the movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. So we'll come back to you with the Shoosting phase. All right, we're going to start off where it matters with my Hellblasters here. They're going to fire into his Fire Raptor. They are going to supercharge. I'm also going to spend the command point for Weapons of the Dark Age on them. Do I get it back? I don't. Does my opponent get 1? He doesn't. So we're going to start off here. They're going to be firing. They're in rapid fire range in here. So they're going to be shooting. The first ones are going to be -1 to hit because he's a flyer doing flyer things. So the first one is going to be hitting on 4s. Whoa. Come back here. Hitting on 4s. So that is going to be 1 miss, but re-rolling 1s because of the master that's over there. Into 2 hits. The next one. 1 hit, not re-rolling 2s, but that's going to be a dead one. Next one. That's not a hit, but it's not a kill, which is good. That is going to be a dead one, but he gets to re-roll the 1 to see if it hits. It does. That's a miss. That is a dead one. That is a hit and a miss, but not a dead one. That is a dead one. And that is another dead one. So it's 5 that were dead. Let's see if they get to shoot again at him. None of them do? None of them do? Oh, that is killer. All right, so whatever. We got all these hits. These are now strength 8, wounding on toughness 7. So looking for 3s, rerolling 1s to wound because of the lieutenant in there. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds at AP -4. Those just go through, right? And they're 3 damage each? That's 15 exactly. We talked about the blowing up Razorback was the reason that he died. Woo! I think that, oh man, I even called it. Yeah, so he is dead. I did lose 5 guys, but yeah, he did. All right. All right, so now my Razorback is going to fire into his Nurglings. So you got 12 shots hitting on 3s. All right, that is not super great. 50%, so it's like hitting on 4s. Wounding on 2s. And that is going to be 6 wounds there. AP -1, so 6 5 ups. Yeah, well, just do it. We'll just do it there. There we go. 6 5 ups. Making 3 of them, and then 5 ups again because of disgustingly resilient. No, so 3 wounds. And now these scouts here are going to fire into them. So we're going to fire. Actually, one guy's going to throw a crack grenade into them, or a frag grenade into them. So it's going to be D6 shots. So that's 3 shots hitting on 3s. That is 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds, 2 5 ups. Whoa. And then the bolter shots. 2 hits. That is 2 wounds. 1 save. 5 up again. Okay, another wound. All right, so my land speeder now is going to fire the heavy flamer into his Slaneshi Herald over there, and he's going to fire the assault cannon into the Nurglings over here. So we're going to go with the assault cannon first. So we got 6 shots hitting on 4s because he moved. Alrighty. Wounding on 2s. That is going to be 3 wounds, 3 5 ups. Fails all of them, 5 ups again. Mike's 1, so he is dead. And now the heavy flamer into the whatchamacallit? 1 hit. Oh man. This is real big. I'm gonna spend a command point on that, I think. So 5 hits, okay. Do I get it back though? I don't. Do you get one? You don't. So 5 hits. Wounding on 3s. Getting 4 wounds, 4 5 ups. No, and he goes down. All right, so now these guys here are going to fire into his Demon Prince. I am going to supercharge, so they're going to fire 1 at a time. So we got the first guy hitting on a 3. One's cocked. All right, so that's 2 hits on a 3. That's 2 more hits on a 3. 2 more hits on a 3. 2 more hits. All right, here we go. So these are strength 8, wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s to wound because of the lieutenant that I've got inside the building there. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds here. These are going to have 5 up invul saves. Makes 2, so fails 5. That's 10 damage, and he is dead. All right, so that is going to be the end of the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 2. So I did kill a unit. I do control an objective. I killed what, 2 more characters for whatchamacallit, the headhunter. Thank you very much. I also have recon because him being there, him being across the line here, and we got people over there. So I got another point for recon, and that is going to be it. So we will come back to you with, we have morale test. Who has to take morale? Oh, yeah, forgot. These guys have to take morale test. They lost 5 guys. So we got 5 plus 4 is 9. They're near the banner, so they get +1 to their leadership, and they are good since the sergeant is still there. So that is going to be the end of the Dark Angel's turn here. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Forces of Chaos here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Forces of Chaos here on turn 2. His pink horrors moved up over this way. His obliterators over there stood still. These obliterators moved up this way. His warlord shot up over this way. So did his other demon prince. Got the Nurglings over there, and we've got Ahriman over there who advanced. And then the Change Master dropped back around over here onto the objective. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so starting off the psychic phase, he's going to roll Gaze of Fate, which is the one that gives him the free reroll. So looking for a 6, getting it with a 9. And now he's going to cast Weaver of Fates onto himself, giving him +1 invul save. Looking for a 6. No, not getting it.
I'll let it.
So now the Demon Prince here is going to warp time into them because he's got the because he was from a pure Tzeentch detachment. They have +6 to their charge casting. Thank you, casting distance. So they can get them. He's going to warp charge or warp time the obliterators. Looking for a not a 5, right? No.
Yeah, I need a 7.
He's going to spend his free reroll to see if he can get that. So he's going to reroll the 3, not the 2, or the 2, not the 3, and he gets it there. So they are warp time.
Okay.
And now he's going to cast Prescience onto these obliterators over here.
On a 7.
On a 7. No, does not go off.
9.
And now Ahriman is going to Doombolt into my Dark Shroud over here. So needing a 9. He's got a natural +1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it does not go off. And now he's going to smite into the Hellblasters over here. Needs a 4 and it goes off. So there's going to be D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds. All right, so one of them died. So let's see if he can shoot. No, he does not get to. All right, so now he is going to smite, looking for a 6 since it's -1. Ooh, it goes off down to a 10 though. So it's not the big one because it's -1 to the roll. But he does 2 damage. So let's see if he does explode. He does not. Starting off the shooting phase, these obliterators are going to activate. So damage is going to be 7, or strength 7.
I'll take damage.
Yeah, 7, damage 7. Strength 7, AP -2, and 3 damage apiece. So these are now going to be firing into these guys over here. So he's going to be attacking with 4 shots from each of them.
And they're toughness 4.
They're toughness 4. So
I'll use my last.
all right, so he's going to use his last command point for veterans of the Long War. So they are going to be hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. So here we go, hitting on 3s. All right.
Sorry.
Really, really good. And then wounding on 2s because of veterans of the Long War. That is real good. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wounds. We'll come back to that. All right, we forgot that they had that the Dark Shroud gave them a -1 to hit. So we went back to the videotape. In the instant replay, it looks like there were 3 3s that he hit with, which would have been misses because of the -1 to hit. So then what we did was we rolled to see if one of those misses was one of the wounds that missed. It wasn't, so we just took 3 of the wounds away. So he's down to he's got 7 wounds on there. Still a lot. So they're going to be AP -2, +1 because they're in cover. So looking for 4-ups. No, that one's cocked. I don't think it makes a difference. No, it does not, even though that was a 6. So that became 4 go through, and that becomes 4 dead Marines. All right, but do they get to shoot back? Let's find out. Come on, you gotta do it. You gotta make up for it this time, right? There we go. All right, so we've got 3 of them that get to shoot back. They are going to supercharge, and they are going to rapid fire into his warlord here because he's got the wing around the corner there. So we've got 6 shots coming in here, hitting on 2s because of the fact that I had the chapter ancient there who lets them shoot back on a ballistic skill of 2+. So we got 6 shots hitting on 2s. Oh, re-rolling 1s because of the master there. All right, so thank you, 2s. Oh man, the chapter ancient just paid back for himself, I think. So these are strength 8, wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant inside there. That one's cocked. All right, so that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at AP -4. So these are going to be 5 3-up saves. Oh, it's because he's the warlord there. So 5 3-ups. Makes all but one, so he takes 2 damage. Ugh. All right, so now these pink horrors over here are going to fire into my scouts. So he gets 21 of them are in range, but one of them back here doesn't have line of sight because of line of sight blocking on the first floor there. So he's going to have 20 shots that are going to be coming in here. These are going to be 60 shots, 20 guys shooting 3 shots each. So we've got 20 dice here, so we're going to do 30. So we're going to do 2 sets of this. Apparently I don't know numbers. So here comes the first 30 shots. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so we've got this many hits, whatever that is. 15 of them, so half exactly statistical. So these are now wounding on 4s. And we'll come back to you with that. All right, so we have 8 wounds into there. So we're going to do one at a time because we're going to do the guy out of cover over there. So hitting, looking for a 4-up. Nope, he did. That was fast. And then the rest are going to be 3-ups. And, oh, no, he did. Bomp, bomp. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, his warlord's going to charge into everything over here. I can't do anything about it because they're all looking through a wall over there because the ITC rule blocking line of sight. The only reason he can come through here is because he has fly, so he can fly up and over and not take anything more. So his charge distance, is in. All right, so we wobbly model syndrome. He's in there base to base with all those characters and then everybody in there. So then he's going to do the exact same thing into here, getting it in as well. All right, so we're going to start off with his warlord attacking. He's going to put 5 attacks into my master over here, and he's going to put 2 attacks, into the lieutenant. So we got 5 attacks into the master. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s though because of himself, so that's all hits. And 3 6s, so these get 3 more attacks.
5, 4.
All right, so another 3 hits, pretty good. These are strength 7, so wounding on 3s. All right, wow, okay, so we got 4, 5, 6, 7. AP2. So 7, 5 up saves. He gets, actually 1 second. All right, so he has a 4-up Iron Halo save, so 7 4-ups. Looking for 4-ups, come on! And he makes all but 3, but they're 2 damage each, right? So that is 6 wounds, and I'm gonna spend a command point on one of those because he could still survive. Command point! Yeah, he gets it, woo! All right, let's see if I get it back. And we both get it back. So he gets 1 and I get that 1 back. And now the 2 attacks into the lieutenant over there. Rerolling 1s because of himself. That's 2 hits. 1 wound. He does not have an invul save, so 5 up for him. Oh, he doesn't make it. And now his other Daemon Prince is going to attack into the Hellblasters here. So we got 7 attacks into the Hellblasters. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling that 1 because of himself. All right, and getting 1 more attack there because of that 6. All right, that's a hit. So these are now going to be wounding on 3s. All right, so that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. 7 5-ups. And I fail 3, which is just enough to kill the last 3 guys. But do they get to punch back because of the banner over there? 1 does. So let's see if he gets a punch back. Hits on a 2+ because of the thing. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. No, nothing there. All right, so now these guys are going to attack back into his warlord over there. We're going to go with the master and the lieutenant at the same time. So he's got 3 wounds left. These are going to be hitting on 2s. All right, re-rolling because of the master. I just did these together because they all were doing the same thing, hitting on 2s with chainswords. So they're all going to be wounding now on 5s. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. Oh, that was real good. That was real good. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3-up invul saves.
All right, Zeke.
Oh, man. Here we go. 3-up invul saves. Fails 3, and he is dead. What's up? Oh, he's going to spend the command point that he got back there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, and he's still alive with 1 wound left. All right, and now the chapter ancient is going to attack into him. 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Oh, rerolling 1s, but I don't get to reroll the 2. Okay. Wounding on 5s. Getting one. Hold on. I'm gonna. Oh no. Did we spend?
You did.
I did spend the command point. That's right. All right. It's just this one. Here it goes. 3-up save. If he fails this 3-up save, he doesn't have. There's nothing we can do to re-roll it. If he dies, this is kind of huge. It's kind of huge.
And I told you I will fail.
He did say, yeah, he did call this that he thinks he's gonna fail this one because of getting that re-roll here. So here goes. 3-up. Oh, but he makes it, and he is still alive. Oh, that one hurts right in the feels. All right, that was a killer. At the end of his turn, he did kill a unit. He also holds an objective, so he gets both points for that. He didn't kill a character during this turn, so he doesn't get anything for Headhunter. Didn't kill my Warlord, so he doesn't get anything for Old School. He doesn't have Recon because he didn't get anybody in this quarter over here. But at the end of the turn, he does hold more objectives than I do. He did, we tied on killing. If I had managed to kill him off with those attacks, that would have been giving me another point for killing more, but nobody gets that one. So my opponent gets 3 points for that turn. So getting you up to 11, correct? And I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So 11 to 9. So it is back to being a nail biter. So we'll see what happens here after the Dark Angels movement phase on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels. He shuffled around a bit, so he's within 3 of the objective and within 12 of the Obliterators, so I don't get the -1 to hit there. These scouts back here stood still. These intercessors moved so that they can get line of sight onto his Demon Prince, who didn't consolidate in. My Dark Shroud stood still, and my Interrogator Chaplain moved into the building right over there, through that hole over there. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. That's all I've got left. That's all I got left. So this is going to kill her. But it's such a good game. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. All right, we're going to start with the Razorback firing into the Obliterators over here. So 12 shots. Hitting on 4s because he moved. All right. All right. So 5 hits. Strength 6. Wounding on 3s. Getting 3 wounds, AP -1, so 3 3-ups.
Yep, damage 1, right?
Yep, damage 1, so 3 3-ups. Makes them all. All right, my Interrogator Chaplain's going to fire into his other Demon Prince over there, so 4 shots, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Master there. All right, these are 4, wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds, 2 3-up saves. Oh, he fails 1. These Intercessors are going to fire into him, so they're rapid fire range. Hitting on 3s. Not getting to reroll 1s because they did move. Wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds at AP -1, so 2 4-ups. Oh, he makes them both. Heavy bolter from the Dark Shroud into him. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Master. So that's 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. So that's 2 wounds, AP -1. Fails 1 of them. All right, so we're going to start over here with the Chapter Ancient firing his bolt pistol into the Demon Prince there, hitting on a 3. Nope, not getting to reroll 2s. And then the Lieutenant has 2 bolt pistols firing in there, hitting on 3s. Oh, come on! And now the Master hitting on 3s. All right, rerolling 1s because of himself. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. Oh, come on! And that is it for the shooting phase. So into the assault phase, my Interrogator Chaplain is going to charge into him. All right, so he is totally in. And then he heroically intervened into the other guy there. All right, so my Interrogator Chaplain is going to attack first into his Warlord over there. 3 attacks, hitting on 2s. Rerolling because of himself. All right, so that's 3 hits. Strength +1, so he's going to be Strength 5. Wounding on 5s. Oh, no. Wounds. Fudge sauce. No, I'm gonna let that one go. And now the Master is going to attack in there. 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. All hits. Wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. No, that's just 1 wound. 1 3-up. Oh, and he is dead! Oh, I don't woo my opponent's rolls, but I'm telling you, the inside of my heart really wants to real bad. But that was a heck of a swing right there. All right, so now his other Demon Prince is going to attack with 4 attacks into my Ancient, and then he's going to have 3 attacks into my Dark Shroud over here. So we got the 4 attacks into the Ancient, hitting on 2s. That's all hits with 1 extra over here. That's a hit, so he's got 5 hits on 4 attacks.
I like it.
Wounding on 3s, so that is 4 wounds. 4, 5 up saves. And he fails 3 of them, and he is dead. Does he get to attack back because of himself? No, he doesn't. He was a complete jerk face this whole game. All right, and now the other one's into the Dark Shroud over here. That is rerolling 1s because of himself. Ooh, that was, I saw that one. It wanted to go 1. So that is 3 hits. These are now strength 7, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting 3 wounds. AP minus 2, so looking for 5 ups. Making 2 of them, so he's still alive. All right, so now my Dark Shroud is going to attack into him. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. That is 2 hits, wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. No wounds there. All right, and my Lieutenant can't attack back because he's out of an inch of him, and he's not in base of anyone. So that is going to be it for the Dark Angel turn here on turn 3. I do hold an objective. I did kill a unit. I also got Kingslayer for slaying his king. I also got another point that maxes me out for Headhunter with the 4 characters that I can get there. But I don't have recon because I've got nobody over in that sector over there. So that is going to be it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 3. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Forces of Chaos on turn 3. He also got a point for Headhunter for killing the Ancient there, so that's bully for him. All right, movement phase for the Forces of Chaos here on turn 3. His pink horrors advanced up this way because they've got eyes for 1 and 1 only. That's Jenkins. His Obliterators here moved up this way so they can get into this quarter over here. His Changemaster stayed back over there. These Obliterators dropped down and are moving over this way. Ahriman stayed still. He kind of adjusted a little bit to get some better line of sight, so he didn't stand still, but he didn't advance or anything like that. Those Nurglings over there did advance, and his Demon Prince in here did stay in combat with my Dark Shroud. So that is going to be it for the movement phase for Chaos here on turn 3. We will come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, so he is going to be starting off the Psychic phase here with Ahriman casting Doombolt into my Dark Shroud over there. So he's looking for a 9. He has +1 naturally. Gets it with a 10, so it goes off D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound, and he's going to half his move, and he can't advance. Sounds good. All right, so Ahriman is now going to cast Smite into the Dark Shroud. He's the closest visible model, and they get +6 to his casting distance because of them being pure Thousand Suns from that detachment. So here comes the looking for Smite over here. 8 becomes a 9 with his +1 naturally, so that's D3 mortal wounds.
Let's do it.
1 mortal wound. So here comes. He is now, this Demon Prince is going to smite into my Dark Shroud here. So needing a 6 because it's -1 to the cast. Getting it with an 8, which becomes a 7, so it goes off. D3 mortal wounds. Can he get another 1? Now he does! Oh, man. And now he's going to try to give himself +1 invul save, so on a 6. Gets it with a 7, so he's going to have a 3-up invul save. And then Ahriman is going to put prescience onto his dude bros over there.
+1.
+1 goes off an 11. Sounds good to me. All right, so into the shooting phase, his Obliterators are going to go now. So they are strength +2, so 8 strength 8. AP -1. Doing 3 damage. So they are going to be targeting into my Rizbex instead of the only thing you can see. So we're going to have 12 shots here. Hitting on 2s because of prescience. All right, missing a couple there, but still hitting enough. So strength +2, right? Strength 8, so wounding on 3s. All right, wow, real good there. So that is...
should be 9.
All right,
4,
so
6, 8, 9.
8, 9. So we've got 9 AP -1s, so 9 4-ups. Yeah, he is real dead. 3 damage each. He does 18 damage onto him. So does he explode though? He does not. All right, so now that's it for the shooting phase. Nobody's assaulting, so we are just going to have his Demon Prince attack into my Dark Shroud over here. So he's going to have 7 attacks. He's going to be hitting on 2s. Reroll the 1. Oh, into 1. So that's, but the 2 6s. Getting 2 more hits. So these are now going to be strength 7, so looking for 3s to wound. Pretty gross. So that is, yep, so we got 7. And I forgot my dice over here, like a big old noob. So 7 attacks going in over here. Yep. 7, I should say 7 wounds. AP -2, so looking for 5 ups. Ooh, if he had made that, that would have been great, but no, he's totally dead. Does he explode?
Please explode.
No, he does not. All right, so at the end of my opponent's turn, he did kill a unit. He does hold an objective, so he gets those 2 points. He also managed to hold more objectives than me. He also killed more than me. So he gets another 2 points for that. My opponent also got a point for recon, but that is it for that. So at the end of turn 3, I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points. My opponent has 17 points. So still within 4 points, still a super close game. We'll have to see how this turns out here. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn, 4. Movement phase for the Dark Angels. These guys advanced over this way. They moved out over here, so they are still within 3 inches of here, but can get line of sight around over here. My lieutenant fell back, and I spent 2 command points on Intractable to let him shoot. So let's see if I get it back. I do get 1 back, so it only cost me 1, and my opponent does not get 1. That is pretty key. And the other guys stood still in there. So that is it for movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off the shooting phase, my intercessors here are going to fire into his Demon Prince. 10 shots, hitting on 3s. All right, not getting to reroll 1s because they did move. These are going to be wounding on 5s. All right, pretty good there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. AP -1, so he's still going to have the 3-up invul save because of his psychic power that he got off there. So 5 3-ups. Failing 2 of them, so he takes 2 wounds. All right, so the lieutenant that I did the Intractable on is going to throw a crack grenade into him over here. So hitting on a 3. Whoop. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4. Oh, come on. Oh, no wound there. I'm actually going to spend a command point on that, so wounding on a 4. That's a wound. Do I get it back? I don't. Does he get 1? He does not. So his save here is a 3-up invul save. I wish he had rolled that for this one. Oh, but he's good. So all right, our bad. He actually doesn't get to re-roll those back. So because his warlord was the one that had the helm of the third eye. So that's just it going forward. So now the master is going to throw a crack grenade into him here. So hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4. No wound there. And now my Interrogator Chaplain is going to throw a crack grenade in there, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. That is a wound. Oh, he's good. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, my Master and Interrogator Chaplain are going to charge into his Demon Prince. Master first is totally in. Interrogator Chaplain is also totally in. All right, Interrogator Chaplain is going to attack into him first. I've got 3 attacks. Hitting on 2s. All hits. Wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. All right, so that is 2 wounds at AP -1, but 3-up invul save. Oh, he's failed 1 so far. Oh, but he makes that one, so he takes 2 wounds down to 2. And now the Master is going to attack in here. He's got 4 attacks +1 for the chainsword here. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling because of himself and or the Interrogator Chaplain. That's all hits. Wounding on 5s. Oh. Drop that down too low to get it. All right, so that's 2 wounds. This is, exactly, if he fails exactly both of these, he'll be dead. No rerolls, no nothing, just 3-ups. Oh, he fails 1 down to 1 wound. That's killer. All right, so now the Demon Prince is going to attack back. He's going to put 5 into my Interrogator Chaplain. He's going to put 2 into my Master over there. So we're going to go with the 5 into the Interrogator Chaplain first, hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. All right, getting 2 6s, so 2 more attacks getting to come in here. But those don't explode, right?
Yeah,
no, those don't explode. So that's just 2 more hits. So these are now all going to be wounding on 3s. Ooh, 3 wounds.
Gross. And it's all the finesse dice.
Here we go. 3 wounds. Oh boy. We need 3 4-up saves. Come on. Has he been praying to the Emperor? Has he properly put the proper unguents onto his armor? Let's find out. He makes 2 of them, so he's still alive. All right, now into my master here. 2 attacks. Rerolling 1s. 2 hits. 1 wound. 1 4-up Iron Halo save. And he's good. Woo! All right, so at the end of the turn, I do control an objective, but I did not kill anything. So I get 1 point for that. I didn't get recon, didn't get anything for old school, and I don't get any of the headhunter attacks. So that is going to be it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 4. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Chaos Forces here on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Forces of Chaos here on turn 4. His pink horrors moved up this way, advanced up this way. The obliterators here advanced up so that 2 of them are inside there. 2 got inside, 1 is not inside. These guys also advanced up over here, these obliterators. Ahriman advanced as well. Not as far as he'd wanted, but he advanced. The Nurglings also advanced up that way. The Demon Prince in here is stayed in combat with those guys over there. And the Change Master is still just changing masters over there. And that's what he's doing. So that's it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, the Change Caster is going to start us off in the Psychic phase, giving them +1 to wound. Peril. Oh no, I thought that was a 1. I thought that was a 1. It was funny because the guy's hands was blocking like exactly the 2 other pips on either side. I just saw the 1 right in the middle, so it doesn't go off, but it did perils. Oh man, just like Zint to try to play a trick on me and make me think that that was another 1. And Ahriman is going to cast Prescience into the Obliterators over there.
On a 7.
On a 7. No, does not get it. All right, so my opponent is demanding that his Demon Prince be allowed to cast his special powers here. He actually said he didn't want to risk the perils, but then we just made sure that he did it because it would be hilarious if he did. So he's going to cast Smite into my Interrogator Chaplain over there. So looking for a 5. Oh, it doesn't go off, but he didn't perils as much as he tried. And now he's going to try to do the 3-up invul save. Oh no, it does go off, right? 6, or does it need more? It is a 6, so it does go off, so he does have a 3-up invul save, even though that skull really made me think that he was dead. All right, so now his starting out the shooting phase, these guys, the pink horrors, are going to fire. 1 guy can get a shot onto the squad of scouts over here. So 3 shots here, hitting on 5s because they advanced. No hits.
Target.
All right, so those obliterators are going to fire into my lieutenant over here because they were because they advanced and they didn't get prescience off. They are going to be hitting on 4. So let's go with their strength is 6 + 2, so strength 8, AP -3, 1 damage. It's all. It's got 2 wounds left. So let's see how this goes. So hitting on 4s because he advanced. Okay, pretty good. That's actually super good. So 4s? Oh man, 2 misses. Wounding on strength +2, so wounding on 2s. All right, so getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds there at AP -3, right?
Yes.
All right, so 5 wounds at AP -3. +1 because he's in cover, even though they're like staring at each other. Apparently, that's just the way it works. So 5-up saves. Can he make all of them? At the very least, 4 of them. Let's find out. Come on, Lieutenant, you can do it. Lieutenant! No, he's, yeah, he totally did. Oh, yeah, brutal. All right, so, yeah, he did. And 2 of these obliterators are in range of my intercessors here. So they advanced, so they are going to be hitting on 4s as well. But their damage, strength is strength +2, so strength 8, AP -2, 3 damage. Pretty good against Primaris here. So we're going to have 8 shots here hitting on 4s because they advanced. All right, pretty good. Actually, very good. Again. So these are now going to be wounding on 2s.
There we go.
All right, so we got 3 wounds there. AP -2, right? So looking for 5 ups. Making 1, so that means that 2 are going to be dead. All right, so here we go. Into the fight phase. This Daemon Prince is going to go, so he's going to do the same thing, 5 and 2. So 5 into my Interrogator Chaplain, hitting on 2s. Getting to re-roll that 1. All right, so that is 5 hits. Wounding on 3s. Getting 2 wounds. I need 2 4-up saves. Come on. 4-up invul saves. Brain to the Emperor. And I make 1. I'm going to spend my last command point to try to save my Interrogator Chaplain's life. Come on. 4-up. Go! Yeah! With the 5! Woo! And do I get it back? Oh, I do. All right, so now he's got 2 attacks onto my master over there, hitting on 2s. That's 2 hits. And the 6 gets him another attack. So 3 hits on 2 attacks. Oh, 2. Here we go. Can he do a little bit better than his Warlord? Because if he does a little bit better, there's still the possibility that I could tank this. I need to make both of these 4-ups, otherwise he's dead. He's only got 1 wound left.
And you know I'll cry.
Oh yeah, he will cry if this happens. I'm probably gonna woo real hard. just warning you all, if you're listening on headphones, there's gonna be a giant woo. If you see 2 4-ups, just like throw them to the ground because you're gonna hear it anyway. So here we go. 2 4-ups. Come on. Can he survive? Oh no, he doubled it. So he managed to kill the master.
That was the wrong one.
Yeah, that was the wrong one for me to do that. He needed to switch it back and forth, but no. Yeah, that master is dead. All right, so now my Interrogator Chaplain is going to attack back. He's got 3 attacks, hitting on 2s. All right, so that is 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. No rerolling 1s because my lieutenant is dead. So looking for 5s. Come on. Come on. Oh boy, 2. We got 2. He's got 2 3-up saves because he did that psychic test that we bullied him into. If it's 2 4s, or no, if it's 2 3s, I'm going to be very upset. Here we go. 3-ups. Oh, and he is totally dead. All right, so at the end of my opponent's turn, he did kill something, and he does hold an objective, so he gets those 2 points. At the end of the turn, he killed more because he killed 2 guys. I only killed the 1. So his was bigger, but they don't care about that. So he does get the point for killing more, and he also holds more objectives than me. He also got 2 more points for Headhunter, which maxes him out for Headhunter. But he didn't get any, didn't kill the Warlord, so he doesn't get 1 more for whatchamacallit, Old School. But he does have Recon, so he has all 4 quarters there, which is 3 points for that. So at the end of turn 4, I've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 10, 14 points. How many do you have, sir? 24 points. It's gone a little bit lopsided. But we will come back to you after the movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 5. Can I make a difference? We'll find out. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 5. We've got Jenkins and Sergeant Not Jenkins over here jumping onto the objective to hold it so that the intercessors can move into the building over here to take a look on his obliterators. Interrogator Chaplain Awesome Pants over here decided to go boom, looking on to Ahriman over there because why not? Take him out. That sounds good to me. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the Houston phase. All right, so Interrogator Chaplain Awesome Pants is going to start us off by shooting into Ahriman over there. I've got 4 shots, hitting on 3s. Okay, 2 hits, wounding on 4s. That is 1 wound. What's he got, a 2-up armor save? Yeah, because he's in cover. Yep, because he's in cover. 2 up. Oh, he's good. All right, so now these guys are going to fire into the obliterator, so we've got 6 shots, hitting on 3s. All right, all but 1. Wounding on 4s, right? Tough 4, so 4s. Getting 2 wounds, AP -1. He's got 1 guy out of cover, so he's going to be taking 2 3-ups. And he makes them both. And the scouts are going to fire into the Nurglings over there. Getting 1 hit. Getting no wounds. Sorry, they're tough too. I forgot. So there's going to be a wound. And they do not make a save. And they don't make a save. All right, so my intercessors are going to start off our charge phase by charging into the obliterators over here. So they are going to have strength +2. AP -2. Doing 2 damage. Oh, gross. All right, so here we go. They're going to have 2 guys can see through the wall there because they're through the wall. These are going to be hitting on 6s. Oh, no, nothing there. So their charge distance, they need an 8-inch charge to get in. Oh, they do not make it. I am not going to spend a command point on that one. All right, so now I am going to charge into Ahriman over here. He's going to throw a grenade, looking for a 6. Crack grenade. No hit there. So his charge distance is totally in. And now my interrogated chaplain is going to attack him in here first. So 3 attacks, hitting on 2s. That's all hits. Strength +1, so wounding on 3s. That's 2 wounds. AP -1, so 4 ups. Oh, he fails 1, so he takes 2 damage. And now Ahriman's going to attack back. 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. Whoa, re-rolling 1s because of himself being cool like that. Okay, so that's 4 hits. Wounding on 3s because he's strength 6. Getting 3 wounds. AP -1, 3 damage each. So if I fail any of these, he's going to be dead. 4 up invul saves. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, no, hold on. Oh, it makes 2. I'm going to spend my last command point. I'm going to make my last command point over here, looking for a 4 up. Oh, and he is dead. Do I at least get the command point back? No. So just to add insult to injury, that was my last command point. And that's going to get him the Slay the Warlord and another character kill. But he's already maxed it out, so you don't get any more points for that one. Suck it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that's where we're going to call this game because I've got 5 miles left on the table, and Jenkins is he's only on the table because I'm keeping him there. So he's looking. He's like the Thunderhawks. They're just coming in, dropping in just over the corner over here. I just gotta get back there and head back to the ship, and we'll be able to regroup, right, guys? Yeah, that's totally what I mean. So yeah, that was a brutal game. That was so much fun, though. Right up to the end, it started to snowball a little bit, but up until the end, it was a really close game, going back and forth. He came in there with how many Demon Princes and left with how many? That's right, he left with none. That was a ton of fun, just like bashing in Demon Prince faces with chain swords. I felt like Caiaphas Cain or something in there, like unexpectedly coming out of these stupid combats with a victory over there. So I guess partial victory because they were pretty maimed by the end of it, and then the other guys just came in and like, yeah, Ahriman just goes there and pokes my interrogated chaplain in the chest. He's like, I'm down, I'm dead. So yes, that was a ton of fun. I had a blast doing this game. So it just goes to show you, man, obliterators are still the bane of my existence. They are really, really good, and they were just a ton of fun. And I had a blast. That was a really good game. A lot of fun, a lot of laughs, and that's what it's all about. So I really want to thank my opponent Dan for coming down here. He came with his friends Tom and Cass from Brohammer, right? Brohammer down in Orlando, Tampa area of Florida. So I'm really happy that they came down, and I'm going to be seeing them around at a bunch of tournaments, which is really great. So I'm glad that came up. Sorry, I'm so used to Savannah being so far down that it's everyone coming down. No, they came up to Savannah to have a really good time. Yeah, I'm the Glacial Geek, and so they had to go north to the Glacial Geek finally again. Someone had to come north to the Glacial Geek. So yeah, I had a ton of fun. They were a super fun opponent, and just had a really good time. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil the Glacial Geek as always. My opponent's been Dan, and until next time, have fun.